Thank you for listening to the Gateway to the Rockies podcast from Visit Aurora from the rafters of the Stanley Marketplace. This is the show dedicated to telling the stories of Aurora, Colorado. Hey there, I'm Dave, Director of Marketing for Visit Aurora. Today we're heading to one of Aurora's most flavorful corridors, Havana Street, to step inside Camel International Market. My guest today is Sarah Ibrahim, the market's owner and a passionate community builder who's helping bring global flavors and halal offerings to one of the most diverse cities in America. Sarah, thank you for taking the time today.
Sure, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Grand reopening a week from this recording. How's the stress level right now? How busy are you right now?
Very busy, especially in that now we're bringing more variety to the store. We are also leaning toward the Hispanic community because out of our requests from a lot of our customers and due to the store size. So we're adding to Colombian, Venezuelan, Mexican, and like Central and South American. So we're receiving a lot of products right now, reorganizing the store, changing the layout, reopening the bakery department and the vegetable department that was closed for a little bit due to some hardship that the store had faced in the past, though.
It truly is an international market. Let's rewind a little bit. What drew you to Aurora initially and opening up Camel International Market? Well,
Aurora is a very diverse city, and we thought that would be like the best kind of place to start off. The international market is something that is very close to me because my mother really loved groceries, and she always doing groceries, and she always complained about the service at the other international stores that she used to go to. Even though my mom is not here today to see how successful the store is getting and becoming, yet it's still a journey that I'm taking personally to open the store out of love to my mother and also bring all the community and love here in this town, in this country, where a lot of immigrants feel, you give them the sense of feeling home again in that little store, in that little spot.
That's so underrated, the idea of the customer experience. I think,
yes,
especially coming out of the pandemic, or for whatever reason, maybe it's because we're all tied to our phones, whatever it is, there seems to be a lack of human connection sometimes when
Correct.
we deal with each other in public. But you've put an emphasis on not only delivering products that people want, but a welcoming environment for everyone who comes and visits your store.
That's true, yes, because what we do is make sure that you encounter with our customer service 101, because our butcher department is you go there, you talk to the butcher, he gives you suggestion, he can give you special cuts. We have the saw cutting machine, and I myself have learned a lot doing butcher work. Mm-hmm. I can now cut a whole lamb, cutting a whole half cow, whatever. So yeah, they give you one-to-one real experience, and this is no longer a thing nowadays. Back in the day, yes, you would go to a butcher and he would talk to you, give you the cut that's more customized to the meal you're cooking. Nowadays, people are leaning towards more eating out and getting pre-made, pre-prep, but food is love to me, and we always have to prep it with our hands to nurture your soul, not just your body. And that love, you get it by just interacting and building it and planning for it,
When you're deciding some of the products to carry, is it a balance between traditional and maybe modern tastes?
Yes. The modern taste, I would say more like Dubai chocolate has become very modern taste. That chocolate took a very huge market. That's the Middle Eastern touch.
Yeah.
But I like traditional, and I really love the Hispanic community. I visited the Dominican Republic. I visited Mexico. And I love the Hispanic culture, even though I'm Middle Eastern, but I'm sometimes the new management is Hispanic and they think oh, you're more Hispanic than us. I love Mexico.
Were you born in the Middle East?
I was born and raised in Iraq.
Okay.
And moved here in 2014, went to college. I'm an engineer, by the way. So I am still working on my other job. I work for Excel Energy. And I'm a project engineer.
What was the bridge for you that, you have this engineering background, but you're also going to create a space for community, food, and culture? What was that bridge for you that made you decide you were going to open up the market?
Yes. So engineering is about bringing your image and make it into reality.
Yeah.
And what we learned is make your imagination into reality. So I got involved in the whole development of the store. I helped on the layout. I was kind of the project managing side to help the owner. which his name is Donovan. He's been really great to us, and we've had a lot of support. He's also a member of the Havana District. So we also love this space because it's a family-owned business, and we thought that would help us to get the interaction on one-to-one. So yeah, engineering has really helped me a lot because laying out strategy, executing, that's all engineering. That's all what we learn. Managing, budget, all that's all engineering. So the background in engineering could help you. You know, my professor used to say, and I know that sounds crazy, he said, we should be presidents too.
Right. You start with this understanding, this foundation that through your acumen in engineering makes that part of it easy, but you still have to then develop the personal side of it and understanding customer dynamics and what folks want, and also the experience that they have. There's an art to that as well. So the science of engineering, but also the art of curating a customer experience. What are some of the things that you've learned through this process over the last several years?
I've learned a lot. Like especially last year, Camel has went a lot through certain hardship due to the plaza was not fully ready for us to take on because it was deserted for a couple of years. So that was a very heavy lift on us. Through the hardship, I've learned how to manage money properly, probably, because I was not really thinking for the long term as much as I do right now. I've also learned that we need people. I've also learned how to pick employees that really benefit the store, people who really love doing what they do, not just someone who's seeking the paycheck. And I've learned really like on a spiritual level as well too, that, you know, you always want to make sure that you're connecting to whatever you call it, God, nature, universe, because we are all loved and guided. And I've always had this urge to continue and pushing, never give up, because the support is there. And once you're doing everything you do with love, the result will be blissful. That's what I've learned.
I call it the divine nudge.
Yes, the divine nudge.
Doors that open. There's a pull. There is a feeling of purpose that comes along when you know, okay, I'm on the right path.
Yes, and that's what I've learned. I've learned everything will go perfect. Stop worrying. Stop stressing about things. Keep going. Keep doing it with love. The universe / God, divine, will respond back to you.
One of the interesting things about the Havana Street Business Improvement District is that there's 2,100 businesses along this 4.3 mile corridor. And, you know, you hear on the internet a lot the term hidden gem. It's overused. It's almost a cliche at this point. But some of the businesses on Havana Street, if you're driving by, you may not even know that it's there.
Correct.
It can be difficult to be noticed. You know, the greatest international market you've ever experienced, you may not see it because you've just flashed by it. How have you approached getting visibility and drawing awareness to the market?
That's the biggest challenge we face. Especially we did not have a monument sign like the plaza sign until recently, like a couple months ago. And much appreciation and thanks to the Havana District for their distribution on that, to also distribute and get that going, thanks to Shens. So it's very challenging, especially that we are like a couple feet down the plaza. It's hard for you to see it, but the monument sign now is helping. There is a restaurant close to us too that's been also new. That's also helping to drag the foot traffic.
That's Orejano, right?
Yes, Orejano. Yes, Marcelo. He's an amazing guy.
He was on this podcast a few episodes ago. We love Marcelo.
Yes, he's amazing. So what we are thinking actually is, first of all, social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that. We want to make sure we invest more time and effort on that. Honestly, it's been better than just like handing flyers and like this is the new modern way to advertise. We also have proposed ideas and thoughts, maybe allowing, you know, put some events. We're open for that in our plaza to attract that. Again, it's also word to mouth. That's another one. But it's been very challenging due to the visibility difficulty that we're facing.
I want to put you on the spot here just a little bit. But, you know, you talked about the idea of being on a path from the divine, knowing that this is part of purpose. Was there a moment, or has there been a moment yet where you had an interaction with a customer that was reaffirming in that purpose?
Yes, a lot of our customers give us an amazing feedback, and we have a really good reviews on Google. People love the interaction, the one-on-one, and sometimes people just share their life with me, honestly. Like as we're at the cashier checking it out, especially that I try to do my best to be there, but yet with my other job it's kind of challenging. But also the other management member, they're very helpful, and like people have been interacting with them really good. And people like coming in, they not only shop, but they chat with you about challenging time in their life. They chat with you about, how hard their days has been. And this is the one-on-one connection that it would help people to come back to you, because this is not just a regular market. Like, the regular market, you go in there, you shop and leave, and sometimes you do your own self-checkout. Here, you get to talk to someone, you get to chat, and you will find the heart and the warmth to even share whatever is going on with you recently with your life. And a lot of people share things with me. I've had customers coming into me during, the hardship time we face, saying, hey, don't give up. I have not even shared anything with them, but they could sense it. Be like, hey, keep going. Don't give up. You'll be great. This place will be great. And they have actually, a lot of our customers has been my support without them knowing about it. And I'm like, oh, this is a message from God. I need to keep going.
Is there a part of the store or something that you're particularly proud of that speaks to who you are as Sarah? Like, have you put a mark in the store?
It's the camel.
Is it?
So now we changed our logo. So we added this bird. So the camel represent the Middle Eastern culture. So camels were the ship of the desert. Mm-hmm. They used to transfer goods in Middle East to Europe. And camel known for its resilience and strength. And that's where I came from. I came from Middle East. I'm half Persian though too. My DNA 70% Persian. My mom is Persian. So this mix of the Arab and the Persian side, it's how bring that texture and the love to the store, but more like want to bring the history, like, the desert, the camel. But yeah, and then we've added the desert and the beach on the other side on the logo, which represent the Hispanic community, and the bird as well too. So now we are meeting the Middle Eastern section with the Hispanic section, like meeting together in the United States. So that's how deep is my logo, I would say so.
Yeah.
The sun in that logo represent divine light. And that's like, as long as you are connected to divine, you will be guided.
You've talked a little bit about the integration of more Hispanic products. Mm-hmm. I imagine that's got to be one of the toughest things, is figuring out in an international market what to carry, what not to carry, because you have, just in Aurora alone, over 160 languages spoken here.
That's true.
We have Asian markets. We have African markets.
Mm-hmm.
How do you decide what products to carry?
So our vendors are very well diverse and have a lot of knowledge. Also, our new management team members are Hispanic, and people are really trust and love. And they've been carrying most of that weight, and I trust their decisions.
Yeah.
We're also adding some African products as well too, like small section of that. Mainly focused on Hispanic. There will be some African products, because we get a lot of Sudanese customers because of our bakery department. They love our bread. And then the products for them too, as well too. And the meat, everybody share that. Yeah. Especially that our meat, I want to touch base on the meat as well. Meat is a huge part of my meal. I eat meat a lot, especially on this ketovore kind of diet.
Nice.
But meat is treated with love, and then the flavor changes, right? All this processed meat that nowadays being sold on the market. Our meat comes from local farms. And I know there are people who are willing to drive hours to get good quality meat. It goes all the way to a farm. We're bringing in that to the store. We go get our meat never gets frozen. We don't get any frozen meat. Like the lamb and the beef, it's all from local farms, get slaughtered and bring to the store on the same day.
Wow.
So they're really fresh, and we don't freeze them. We don't even have a freezer like where we store the meat. It's only cooler. So we try to not bring too much meat. So we want to make sure that you get fresh meat every week. That's one of our signature, I would call it.
That's above and beyond what you're going to get at one of those big chain stores. And
That's true.
The quality, the flavor, the love, the energy, all of it, and the cost.
Yes, the cost is so much cheaper. Like you would get like maybe special like ribeye or whatever cut that would be like nowadays 20 something. You might find it cheaper in our store. And that's the signature about it too.
Food is a nurturing aspect of our physical bodies. Obviously, we need it.
Amazing. Yes.
It's important. But there's also something about food that is nurturing to our spirits, our souls, our communities, our families. Do you have a memory growing up around food that brings a smile to you?
Yes. I grew up in Iraq, and even though I don't have that at the store, but we ate, we used to make it at the store. Now I stopped. Kebab is a huge thing in our Middle East. I grew up eating kebab every Friday, and masgouf, which is a certain way of cooking fish in a very traditional way. It goes back to the Babylonian and the Sumerian civilization.
Wow.
Where they cut the fish and they stick it on a piece of wood, and they put like a charcoal or wood charcoal, like, not regular charcoal. And they would let it sit for hours to cook slowly. Food has always been something that gathered my family growing up. We had like a tradition. Every Friday we eat this meal, or every Wednesday we eat this meal. And that just remembering the days and times that we were all gathered together on one table, sharing a meal and a laugh, and, it's beautiful.
It's part of the fabric of who makes you who
Yes.
you are as you,
Of course, yes.
as you go through whatever this journey is that we call life.
Yep.
Havana Street, the corridor is amazing. Afar magazine named it one of the top 10 culinary neighborhoods in the entire country. We have so many amazing different local businesses, small entrepreneurs that are pursuing their dreams, their passions. What has been your impression of the Havana Street corridor and the community that exists there?
Very supportive. We've gotten a lot of support from the Havana district corridor. Shans and her team have always shared with us, like, how to advertise, how to reach out. The night markets, which we're planning to start joining really soon. The other members that the Havana have also connected us to, like the Aurora city. All this has been really helpful. They also help with like our first grand opening. I think they're going to help us on the second one as well too. Chance is spreading the word. We've always gotten a lot of help, especially like those certain events that the Havana corridor that they held, where you can go and just socialize and meet people. Maybe, reduce your commercial insurance by meeting someone that you can chat to in person, meeting a bank that could support you and help you, meeting a marketer that's willing to market and advertise for your space.
Yeah.
And you know what? Supporting each other, because all these people we meet in this event are all local in Aurora or the Havana district, and, meeting other businesses, a restaurant that willing to share some of your products as well too. So the Havana district has been very helpful on that part, and much love and support to them on their great work.
So the grand reopening is coming next Friday as of the recording of this episode. What is kind of the vision for this next chapter? You talked about the integration of the Hispanic products, but even more broadly than that, what are your goals? What's your vision for these next couple of years?
My vision, this store will be a very important store to the Havana district. And we're going to meet people coming in all the way to the Havana district from outside of Aurora, 100%. I already do have certain customers come from out of Denver as well too, like from Fort Collins or from Colorado Springs, some of them. My vision is this place stay and continue vibrating love, because I don't want people to just go shop and, have this pale kind of life. I want to bring colors and love to the store. I even plan on painting some things on the inside as well, making it look pretty and colorful. And that's why the sign now is more colorful with the sign and all that stuff. This is a store that will always give love. That's my goal. Love through food and the community as well, and make people feel welcomed. Feel like, oh, I have a part of me here from my hometown that reminds me of my family, that reminds me of where I came from. And that's not only to the immigrants, there's a lot of the people that were, let's say born and raised here or are totally 100% from here. We want them to come in and feel welcomed, want you to experience other cultures as well too. Because here we don't really get, let's be honest, we don't have that culture here. Yeah. We learn to emerge and integrate with the Hispanic culture, with the Middle Eastern culture, with the African culture. And that's what makes the United States a great country, in my opinion. because we integrated with other cultures. No other country is capable of doing that. That's because we carry so much love in this country. And I mean, at least that's my vision. I don't know about everybody else.
No, I think that's perfect. It's all about being welcoming. It's all about love. It's all about inclusion.
Yes.
And it's all about great food. And that's what we're all about here. So.
Yes, Aurora is very diverse. All the cultures, the Asian culture, all of that. And we just integrated. So you feel like the Havana corridor, it's very integrated with all these cultures, yet we all live together, love each other, and support each other. Isn't that amazing,
That's a mic drop moment right there.
I know.
Sarah, it has been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit. Very excited for your grand reopening. We wish you all the best, and we want everybody to go visit you.
Yes, thank you. Please visit us at 810 South Havana Street, Aurora, Colorado, 80012.
She's doing my part. That's my part right there. That was Sarah Ibrahim, owner of Camel International Market. Make sure to visit them at 810 South Havana Street. You can also explore their offerings on social media at Camel International Market and on IG at Camel INT Market. Visit Aurora is the official destination marketing organization for the city of Aurora, Colorado, and acts as the primary liaison between meeting planners and hotel partners. As Aurora's Convention and Visitors Bureau, Visit Aurora's mission is grounded in showcasing Aurora as a premier destination for meetings, business, and leisure travel. Visit Aurora represents more than 60 hotel properties with 11,500 guest rooms and more than 1 million square feet of meeting space, including Colorado's largest and newest resort, Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center. As Colorado's third largest city, Aurora is located minutes away from Denver International Airport and showcases mountain views, memorable meeting spaces, and 400 plus international eateries that offer a unique experience for each and every visitor. As the gateway to the Rockies, Visit Aurora's role in the community goes beyond marketing the city as a destination. The Visit Aurora team is here to assist you with your Colorado visit, from facilitating your meeting, event, or convention to helping you discover local flavor and attractions. Go beyond the boardroom in Aurora. For more, visit us at visitaurora.com.